Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. First of all, I wanted to apologize for my voice, but I figured, hey, I do have to continue making videos because there's a lot of people that are requesting them. So I just wanted to continue. So sorry for the nasally sound. I tried to clean out everything that I could, but hey, you know, it's difficult. So today, we're going to do a marathon of a band that I did know of. I think I've done a couple of reactions to the band called The. And this is for Eagles Rule. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. And as you can see, the titles, we're going to do 5 songs, typical marathon. And this is called Joe's Band in the Spotlight. So song number 1, we're going to do This Is the Day from Soul Mining from 1983. Then we're going to do Sweet Bird of Truth from the album Infected, 86. Then we're going to do Armageddon Days from the Mind Bomb album, 89. We're going to do Kingdom of Rain from the Mind Bomb as well. And we're going to do TheWhisperers from Naked Self, year 2000. So there's a couple of notes that I wanted to, very interesting stuff here that I wanted to mention. It says The are an English band formed by guitarist and vocalist Matt Johnson in the early 80s. Very interesting and unique. They remind me of Roger Waters meets post-punk alternative rock. Okay. The music is not much, but the lyrics and themes are very much. My personal attributes that I look for in any music are musical virtuosity, interesting and catchy arrangements, unique, interesting and powerful vocals, honest and heartfelt lyrics exploring whatever themes or experiences the artist is trying to put out there. That is actually also something that I look in the music. I'm not too much into the lyrics kind of things. I can live without lyrics. I listen to a lot of music that's instrumental, but I do appreciate some honest and heartfelt lyrics. I mean, that's what sometimes gets me the most, you know. Now, The checks these boxes for me. The album Mind Bomb that is featured on song 3 and 4 featured Johnny Marr from The Smiths on guitar after he left the band The Smiths in 1987. And song number 4 features a young Sinead O'Connor, may she rest in peace, on vocals a year before she released her landmark album, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got from 1990. The album has her famous song Nothing Compares to You, yes, I remember, which launched her into international acclaim. Check it out, and I see what you think. This will be a different one for the channel, a very lyrically driven group. You can read them or skip it. Now, I will definitely have the rhythm pulled up. Here's the link either way. All right. So thank you so much for providing me with the lyrics. They are basically embedded in the music on Spotify. When you click play, they pop up, but you have to kind of like choose the microphone. It's like a feature if you want to sing along or something. But hey, again, thank you so much for this, and also your support throughout the years. Eagles, you've been a constant support for the channel, and I do appreciate that very, very much. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah, if you are new to the channel, if you like what we do here, Alexia and I, our reactions, please do subscribe, like the video, leave a comment below. Anything engaging with it honestly helps a lot, because there's a lot of other channels, of course. There's amazing channels out there. And, we're just a little channel, so any sort of engagement is very, very important. So, okay, let me just do this. All right, so here we go, and we're going to start it. This is the day. Here we go. Thank you so much. And here we go. Got the lyrics pulled up. Cool.
and the sun burns into your eyes. You watch a plane flying across a clear blue sky. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day when things fall into place. You could have done anything if you wanted, and all your friends and family think that you're lucky. But the side of you that never sees when you're left alone with the memories that hold your life together like glue. You fall back again, and the sun burns into your eyes. You watch a plane flying across a clear blue sky. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day when things fall into place. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change. This is the day your life will surely change.
Yes, I really like it. And it's definitely, that music that has the lyrics. It reminds me a little of the Smiths, but they have obviously a different sound to them, but it's the same kind of style. It's that new wave, post-punk, indie, like I'm sure Alexia would love this. But yeah, it reminds me of bands like Roxy Music, Talking Heads, XTC, they're all listed here. Of course, what else? Maybe, yeah, Joe Jackson. It says, yeah, Morrissey, of course, because the Smiths. And there's like this whole, that's what I love about Spotify, that they, New Order, the Church, Talk. I don't know if I said that already, but Pulp. It has like that. It's simple music, but the meaning behind the lyrics. And I understand now what you said about Roger Waters a little bit, because he's very descriptive, especially. I think all the especially when it began with like Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, the wall, you know, and even the final cut. They were just very smartly written, very, you could visualize a lot. And this is also, and I had them pulled up, and I really loved how, I don't know if it was a real oh my god, if it was a keyboard or it was played with a I forget, my mind is just sometimes, you know what I mean, you know, accordion. But it could have been a keyboard, you know, because it's, you know, the 90s, it's the 80s. So, but I love this, the style. So they're from London, England, and it looks like they started in the early, in the mid 70s and the early 80s, and they're still going, you know, they're still on tour. I see it right here. So that's what I love about, like, when we saw ABC, you know, and that was just a trip. That was amazing. So they're right now, I think they're in Europe, Marseille, Paris. So I guess they're in France right now, but there's 29 shows. So something in the US, Zurich, Vienna, Munich would be nice. But yeah. Okay. Definitely really, really like this style. Very, very cool. Let's check out how they change over time. Let's see. Very cool. It's just relaxing, and it has that catchiness. It has these certain hooks, you know, and but it's musically, it's nothing really like too bombastic, but it is good. It is good. They know what they're doing. It's just they don't overplay, you know, which is not necessary. Oh my god. Let's see if I start sounding a little bit better. Nice tea. All right, here we go with Sweet Bird of Truth. Now, if I mute the microphone, it's because I'm gonna cough. All right, here we go. So I don't leave you deaf if you're wearing headphones, which you should, so you can experience it like me. All right. Like Vietnam, I think. Very cool. All right, yeah. Very cool percussion here.
can almost smell the blood washing against the shores. This land that can't forget its past. Oh, the wind that carries this plane is the wind of change. Heaven sent and hell bent. Over the mountaintops we go, just like all the other G.I. Joes. Adios.
This is your captain calling. We're about to go on Arabia. Our altitude is falling, and I can't hold it up. There's no time for thinking. All hands on deck. This bird is sinking.
Across the beaches and cranes, rivers and trains, all the money I've made, bodies I've maimed. Time was when I seemed to know, just like any other G.I. Joe. Should I cry like a baby, die like a man? While all the planet's little wars start joining hands. Oh, what a heaven, what a hell. You know there's nothing can be done in this whole wide world.
The drums here are so good.
I don't know what's wrong or right. I'm just a regular guy with bottled up insides. I ain't ever been to church or believed in Jesus Christ, but I'm praying that God's with you when you die.
This is your captain calling. We're about to go on Arabia. Our altitude is falling, and I can't hold it up. There's no time for thinking. All hands on deck. This bird is sinking.
Very good. Very good. I love the lyrics. So obviously Desert Storm or somewhere the Gulf War. But again, that Roger Waters feel that when it says, "This is your captain calling," you know, like with the, like he did, Roger Waters would use this, I don't know, phone thing, like I don't know what it's called, but basically like you speak into it and it's very loud. And he did that on the wall, so it had that feel here. And I love the lyrics, very obviously very meaningful about what it is to be, you know, a soldier in combat when you don't really know why you're doing it. You're just following orders. There's a really good movie about that called Jarhead with who is it? Two great actors, and that was like their start almost in their careers. Jake Gyllenhaal, even though I think Jake Gyllenhaal has acted since he was a kid, but that is such a good movie because they're there and all they want to do is get like a kill, you know, basically like for their country because they haven't fired their weapons, and it's all about that, and they don't even know why. It's just one of those things, you know, and that's what that is, you know. That's what this song is about, that when you're in the war, sometimes you don't even know why you're there anymore, like when things get so crazy. I'm sure that must be horrible. And just to be in a war is horrible, you know? To be out there and, you know, that's your job to defend your country, but, you know, in a way by killing the enemy. It's just such a crazy concept. But, you know, wars have been here on this planet since the beginning of time. Like when you watch A Space Odyssey, the first thing they show you is people beating themselves to death, you know, like the monkeys, you know. So it's been unfortunately always about territory and food and power and, you know, so it is what it is, you know. That's just the world we live in, unfortunately. And I hope someday we will live in a peaceful planet, but the way things are going right now, not so much. Very cool. I love the industrial, you know, sound of it. The drums are very like loud and very plasticky, and you know, I love the incorporation of saxophones here and wind instruments. But this whole bam bam drum dun dun drum batter, you know, it sounded very like industrial. I don't know. I think industrial has that plasticky kind of like sound to it. And really cool message. Sweet bird of truth, like the plane, you know. Very cool. Okay, so these next two from Mind Bomb, I'm very interested. Johnny Marr on the guitar, and Sanid is gonna play. Let's see. Let me just check. The number 4. Okay, so Kingdom of Rain. But Johnny Marr on the guitar, and he is like this amazing rhythm guitar player who is very recognizable. So let's see if we can fish him out. So here we go with Armageddon Days Are Here Again. Here we go. And this is from 1989. All right. By the way, very original music. I love it. Okay.
Are you ready, Jesus? Buddha? Yeah. Muhammad? Okay. Well, alright, fellas. Let's go! The 5 miles high as the crow flies, leaving vapor trails across the blood-red sky, moving in from the east towards the west, with balaclava helmets over their heads. Yes. If you think that Jesus Christ is coming, honey, you've got another thing coming. If he ever finds out who's hijacked his name, they'll cut out his heart and turn in his grave. Islam is rising, the Christians mobilizing, the world is on its elbows and knees. It's forgotten the message and worships the creeds. It's war, she cried, it's war, she cried. This is war. Drop your possessions, all you simple folk. You fight them on the beaches in your underclothes. You thank the good Lord for raising the Union Jack. You watch a ship sail out of harbor and the bodies come floating back. Watch a ship sail out of harbor and the bodies come floating back. But if you think that Jesus Christ is coming, honey, you've got another thing coming. If he ever finds out who's hijacked his name, he'll cut out his heart and turn
Wow, it's crazy how, real this song is in today's, political climate, because that's what we're literally living right then. Again, when he says again, it happened again. And these are mostly, this song specifically is obviously more about what we could consider like the holy wars, and they've been existing forever, so it's crazy that we moved from something like the Gulf War to more into the war about religion and stuff, and unfortunately that there's people that would just go into that obviously us humans will repeat the same mistakes over and over again. It's just the way we are. And unfortunately, it is the way that's even right now occurring, and that also like people just like go into war and fight other people because of their beliefs, especially religious beliefs, So it's just like, it is what it is, and they have their reasons, many people. That's what is the reason, but apart from the lyrics, are very interesting, I think it's very important to write lyrics about something like this. And this is from 1989. Imagine what they could write about today. But yeah, so it's a great song. Also musically, you just like the whole thing. I was obviously fixated a lot on the lyrics, and but the music is just flows. And the thing about this is, I'm so happy that you told me about the lyrics and to be mindful about the lyrics, because this song had the rhythm and the musical aspect is very like, if you don't pay attention, you could be dancing, and like, woo, and we've had this happen to us. Like Alexa and I, we've made that mistake that we were like, just like, partying. And the lyrics are about like horrible things, and sometimes you don't notice because the way the music is written is very happy. So in this case, it was like a little bit of a trap. Not, it's just the way it is, the song is just like, it has a very deeper meaning. But the music is very like danceable and very like accessible to everyone. So it just happens a lot. I think that a lot of people just listen to the rhythm and the music, and the lyrics are there, but they don't really pay attention because there's also a lot of words in there that people maybe don't understand at first. So it's a very good tune, very cool. So from the same album, we're gonna do Kingdom of Rain. Now let's see what that is about. Let's see if it keeps that same theme or if it kind of like changes course. Let's see.
And I know something's going on in your life. Your life. Your life. You were the girl I wanted to cry
you know about life. You think you know about love. But when you put your hands inside me, it doesn't even feel like I'm being touched. You were the boy I wanted to cry with. You were the boy I wanted to die with. You were further from my side, year by year, while still making love, dutifully sincere. But as silent as the car lights that move across this room, as cold as our bodies silhouetted by the moon, and I would lie awake and wonder, is it just me, or is this the way that love is supposed to be?
Tell me what you told him, baby. My heart's beating out of time with my mind, and I know something's going wrong in our lives.
I just wanted somebody to caress this damsel in distress.
So
I
good.
just wanted somebody to undress this damsel in distress. I just wanted somebody to bless this damsel in distress. I just wanted somebody to possess this young girl. Our bed is empty, the fire is out, and all the love we've got to give is all spread out. Our bed is empty, the fire is out, and all the love we got to give is all spread out. Our bed is empty, the fire is out, and all the love we got to give is all spread out. There's no more blood, no more pain in our kingdom of rain.
Very good. Holy shit. I think that one was my favorite one so far. Yes, definitely. So obviously the song is about, you know, this couple that kind of deals with this breakup, you know, and I love that it's from both sides, and they're pretty much singing, you know, the fire is out, our bed is empty, and you know, and it's just stuff that happens, you know. But I love how they were harmonizing here. Sinead O'Connor, I've always loved her voice. I haven't really listened to a lot. I do know, like, I guess, you know, the best, but I would have to take more like a deep dive into her stuff. But this was just very, very easy listen, nice lyrics, and but yeah, it's one of those, you know, like, you were the girl I wanted to cry with, I wanted to die with. Those are big words, you know. And when you lose someone, man, that hits you like a brick. And I love that it was also from both point of views, you know, and all the love we got to give has all spurred out. There's no more blood, no more pain in our Kingdom of Rain. Kingdom of Rain, really, really cool, really catchy, really great music. Just very good. Just a very good album. Like, just a very good band. This band is just... I just don't understand why somebody would call themselves the. It's just so bizarre. It's so difficult to even when you type that in, it kind of like doesn't make any sense. You have to kind of like type in the band, otherwise the Google doesn't even like acknowledges it, you know. And but yeah, it is what it is, you know. Why do people call themselves the Eagles, you know, or Black Sabbath or Steely Dan? It is what it is, you know. It's just a bizarre name, and I hope it really worked for them, you know. And I think it did, because I mean, the band to this day has over 1 million monthly listeners, and that's pretty good, you know. Because a lot of bands that I cover on the channel and that get requests and stuff and that we do have like the 100,000s, you know, but millions, not really, not that many. All right, so we've come to the end of the marathon, and this is the Whisperers from 2000s. So let's see, have they done anything after that? Let's see. I'm sure they have, but I just want to see how far they've become, because I mean, if they're still on tour, 2024, yeah, there is an actual album from 2024. And is this the wait a minute, yeah. And it's so funny, I just saw this cover of the 2024 album of theirs, and I was like, I like this cover. So yeah, so they're still making music right now. That's awesome. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. Here we are. And this is called Whisperers. The Whisperers. Here we go. So on the shorter side. That buzz, like, oh, sounds very grungy, this.
A lonely silhouette, smoking a cigarette, hoping for the phone to ring. Though she's sick of the sound of people's mouths, winding her up and putting her down. Don't get sad when people that you trust stop picking up fast. So you thought they were your friends. Now you know. There's one thing in life that holds.
Very nice.
And now she wants to cry, staying in on Friday night, lying in her birthday suit and listening to the bickering from the room above, and wondering if it's fear of loneliness or love that keeps people like that together. For the
Man, so good. So good. This one reminded me almost more like of the alternative, which they talked about on Wikipedia. This has a very alternative sound, almost like the Nirvana kind of thing. The voice, the falsetto thing, Radiohead comes to mind. Really cool. I love the last two were my favorite ones. But the first three were also very, very good because of the lyrics, and just because of the whole new wave kind of like industrial thing, and just this band is just really, really good. Thank you so much for the reintroduction, because I do remember doing some of the music on this channel. I just couldn't find it because I wanted to tell you which I'd done before. Maybe I had to move it to Patreon. Like I'm a little bit scared that this might get blocked, but I don't think so, because YouTube has kind of like, pulled back a little bit on these things. It really depends on the record company, and I've done a lot of Sony. This is a lot of Sony and some UMG. UMG is usually more cruel when it comes to this, but Sony Music are kind of more lenient. They're like, okay, it's okay. So yeah, I'm sure this is going to be on YouTube. But this was great, man. This was so cool. Thank you again so much for requesting this, something completely different on the channel, and from your usual picks, Eagles. Thank you so much. I hope this gets a lot of love, and please comment below if you like this. Which one was your favorite? Have you ever seen them live? They started in the 70s all the way, and they're still on the road. I think they took a little break from 2002 until 2017, a 15-year hiatus. I mean, that happens. I've seen it all before. One of my favorite bands hasn't released literally a album in like 10 years. They're still playing, they're still together, but they haven't released an album. What's going on? I'm talking about Symphony X. But I think that I just look, it's so funny, every time I look for a band, like, are they still together? Oh yeah, we're just about to release an album. Always happens. It's so funny. It's almost like when you least expect something, then people are like working on something new, or like, is there like a new Star Wars movie coming out, and then they're like, oh, they're making 7 right now, it's funny how that works. But no, this was very, very cool. Thank you again, Eagles, for coming up with something completely different, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to appreciate it. Thank you so much again for sponsoring the marathon. And like I said, people, if you like what you see here, what you hear, the community is very, very welcoming and nice, and there's a lot of people with the same musical tastes. But yeah, we have everyone from metal to prog to new wave to jazz freaks, so there's a lot of people to make friends with, and that's what we love in the community when we go through the comments. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And what can I say about the great band? I really, really like them, and I'm definitely going to play this for Alexia, of course. So again, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one.